This is the secret that is not really so secret of how to make the most for your body out of every rep of deadlift and swing. One of the biggest benefits of deadlift and swing is that they strengthen the mid and upper back and improve posture. However, this is one of the biggest benefits that gets missed by many people. The reason for this is that in deadlift and swing, the main focus is on hinging the hips and maintaining a neutral lumbar spine. Rightly so, because without it, you will injure yourself. So the first focus is on safety. We make sure that we hinge with a straight lumbar spine, and when we straighten up, we keep the lumbar spine straight. We try not to lean backwards. So that is a good focus to practice when you are a complete beginner, to get used to keeping the lumbar spine straight, hinging from the hips, and maintaining spinal stability at the top. At some point, however, once you have mastered the ability to hinge at the hips with a neutral spine and produce power with your hips and legs, it is time to start thinking about the back and what the deadlift and the swing can do for your posture, the strength of your back, and the integrity of your shoulder. And this is where most people just stop and move on to the next exercise. So they start building the clean, they start building the snatch, without fully realizing the potential of the deadlift and the swing to improve them, so that in all the other exercises in the rest of their life, their body performs and looks better. So how do you make deadlift and swing improve the health of your shoulders, strengthen your back, and improve your everyday posture? The secret that is not so secret is called exaggerated good posture. Another name for exaggerated good posture is shoulder packing. Many people are confused about what it means to pack the shoulder, and it is as simple as practicing exaggerated good posture by pulling your shoulders actively down and back. When performing the deadlift, most people keep their shoulders just normal, where they normally keep them. So if you're standing around the supermarket line, your shoulders are where they are. And generally, for beginners, when they're just learning to perform the deadlift and their focus is on maintaining lumbar stability, that's where we tell them to keep the shoulder. Just keep it where it normally is. Just don't move it. Don't let the kettlebell drag it down or shrug it up. Just keep it where it normally is. When you start to deadlift and swing a heavier kettlebell, keeping the shoulder normal is no longer enough. And it shouldn't be enough, because there is a heavy weight pulling your shoulders down. What do you do when something is pulling at you? You pull in the opposite direction. So if someone was pulling at me and I was standing vertical, would I be strong in resisting that force? Or would I be stronger if I was leaning backwards? Of course, I would be stronger in resisting the force if I was leaning backwards. Same with the shoulder positioning. It is stronger in resisting the force of the kettlebell when it is retracted back and down, not when it is in the normal position when there is nothing hanging from your arms. So if you're standing around the supermarket and your arms are just hanging from your sides with nothing dragging the shoulders down, the shoulder is in one position. When it has to resist a heavy weight pulling on it, especially in the front, if you're swinging the kettlebell, here, the shoulder now has to exaggerate the good posture. It has to be pulled down and back. The muscles that perform this job are your rhomboids, your middle trapezius, and your lower trapezius. These muscles are underworked in the majority of people, and the weakness in these muscles is what leads to shoulder problems, bad posture, rounding, shrugging, and all of the issues that lead eventually to shoulder impingement or inability to create a proper overhead lockout. So strengthening those muscles at any time is a benefit to your body. And deadlift and swing are some of the best exercises to use to strengthen those muscles. And the simple way to do it is to exaggerate good posture when there is a kettlebell hanging from your arms. So when you're performing either deadlift or swing, focus on exaggeratedly pulling your shoulders down and back. And I don't mean just back, as a lot of people think, like this, because as you notice, that shrugs my shoulders and removes my neck. Instead, it is down and back. So the neck should stay long. Remember, good posture is a long neck and shoulders down and back. So with the kettlebell, we simply exaggerate it. We make the neck even longer and the shoulders pull back and down even more. And when we do this with deadlift and with swing, with every rep, we strengthen the middle trapezius, the lower trapezius, and the rhomboids, which are the muscles that are responsible for pulling the shoulders down and back. So that when you're performing anything else or standing around the supermarket in your everyday life, your posture becomes better and better and closer to perfect posture. What do I mean by perfect posture? Perfect posture is two things. You are relaxed and ready for action. So when you're standing in perfect alignment, your joints are resting on top of each other. Your body is much more relaxed and uses less energy than when you are standing like this. So this will make you use much more energy than being aligned. So that's number one, you are relaxed. And being ready for action means that your spine is neutral, your shoulder is perfectly set to move in any direction, your hips are neutral, so they are ready to run, they're ready to jump, they're ready to spring to the side, rather than, for example, standing in the duck-footed position from which you can't really produce power. So perfect posture makes you ready for action at any particular point. And the more you use exaggerated good posture with kettlebell swings and kettlebell deadlifts, the more you come close to perfect posture in your everyday life.